bang, man, better than. I got so hit, the nigga turn him into me. $1 million bitches say no settlement. Bro, I'm going where I'm in, tell him when. Come check in, we gon' get you settled in. I don't be fucking with these bitches, bro. That was my guy. And I live straight, cause I got my queen on the side. Smoke me, to me when I ride. I ain't fucking with that nigga if he ride with you. I don't got to niggas when they see me, they shoot. Hoes always hating on me, what the fuck did I do? Is you mad cause I was better and I'm fresher than you? It's all money and big sexy, sliding in the space, girl, piss, ass. You wanna get your head straight, crying, fucking fuck with me, they boring, and they coochie right, no ass, fine bitch, and I'm fucking like him. No pennies, when I rock that little city, pretty, I'm the real shit. All these niggas try to handwork, I put up in that loop, all the AMG or S. Baby, you fucked up and you don't know what to do. I'm full of bottle I'm full of dollar. I'm full of to the party like damn. I ain't better, I ain't betting, feel better than. I got some.
When it comes to WrestleMania, Bianca truly is the EST. Her very first WrestleMania, she competed in the main event for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And a heck of a follow-up the next year, defeating the man.
Nigga on the yo race, nigga I'm waving it over, yo, you finna freak. Nigga, I'm on the team.
Are you gonna go with anybody in your life specifically? Yeah, myself.
That EST Bianca Belair always has such a big smile on her face. Well, that's just because Bianca hasn't realized you're down here yet.
Hey, what the fuck? Why? Oh.
Sound the war horns. Here comes Valhalla. Who has tapped into something feral and otherworldly. Valhalla believes he is doing these guys' bidding and won't stop. Born in the woods, raised in the mud, and now commanding the sea alongside the
We'll come with them anyway. One of the biggest fuck any day. What are we never afraid? You know I take a stop. I had to turn around anyway.
She takes her name from the place warriors go when they die. A bad try for Valhalla's opposition. This ring is about to turn into a battlefield, and Valhalla won't settle for anything short of total decimation.
I got slide everybody trust. I cannot trust anything. Stop the pressure to go up. You can do anything. Just for everything. Stories for everything. I don't like it's days. It's the long break. I'm like context. Never switch the game. She gave me head to the show. It's gonna take another mini change. I'm gonna make this like a range. I'm trying to show her the tape. My first in English. But it's a my brain. But she feel like she's around me. It's anything. We don't fuck with them anyway. One of the biggest fuck any day. What are we never afraid? I know the things stop for the game. I had to turn around fade away.
She's not mine, now she's bars. I don't think she'll ever get with a ring. I got a lot of everybody trust. I cannot just be trying anything. She's got potential, she'll go up. For me, she'll do anything. I feel nervous. Just feel everything. Just doing us and everything. I double like Anthony Davis. We still drinking, still low break. I'm just feeling like Javante. That bitch, what she dangerous. She give me headaches till I jaw ache. It's gonna take another money exchange. I'm in New York, I feel like a range. Money trying to beat me, run up the tape. My brothers, cause he speaks still English. When is it chatting my brain? When she pull up, she just walk around naked. Niggas chatting, they say anything. We don't fuck with them anyway. One of the best for a rainy day. But we never afraid. You know I take a shot for the game. I had to turn around anyway. I should She's not mine, now she's bars. I don't think she'll ever get with a ring. I got a slide, everybody trust. I cannot just be driving anything. She's got potential, she'll go up. And for me, she'll do anything. I feel nervous. Just feel everything. Just doing us and everything. I double like Anthony Davis. We still drinking, still low break. I'm just feeling like Javante. That bitch, what she dangerous. She give me headaches till I jaw ache. It's gonna take another money exchange. I'm in New York, I feel like a range. Money trying to beat me, run up the tape. My brothers, cause he speaks still English. When is it chatting my brain? When she pull up, she just walk around naked. Niggas chatting, they say anything. We don't fuck with them anyway. One of the best for a rainy day. But we never afraid. You know I take a shot for the game. I had to turn around anyway. I should everywhere I go, I gotta keep it. Keep it now, cause it's not season. If I find you, know I'm a leaver. Yeah, I'll be dropping no reason. Trying to fuck with me now, I'm freezing. Niggas start telling once they hit the precinct. Even my mother knew I was a demon. If I got the trouble, then I'm a cleaner. Told me to go always have it now. Run up on me, let it fly. You are fighting 95. We gon' leave a nigga on the spot. Don't see the better have your chop. I mean, ain't doing first nigga chop. Them to be on the spot with some hot. We the niggas that's making it out. We the rest don't get them mistaken. We tryna show the niggas who are patient. Keeping them before the situation. Before I hit them, now he's never saying. I ain't waiting. This night aching. You gon' but you write statements. I'm too official, I ain't never changing. I'm a 50, I can never slip. I was 15 with a dirty clip. Spitting niggas out the slip. Who threw the house with that shit in my head? You better not trip. You have a little flip. I don't know what niggas on my dick. Niggas bro, they never get shit. Let's get to the action. Niggas now do nothing, they trying. That nigga was lying. I'm gonna start with the watch me time. Keep that. Trust me. When I got the lead, I'm burning for the weed. Goddamn, took my diesel down. Took my diesel. Goddamn, took my diesel down. Took my diesel. Damn, diesel. Damn, diesel. Damn, diesel. I'm not these rappers, I got real bands. In the crib, bustin' my little dance. I don't chill, I do it for the real fans. Play this song and turn with my little man. Like I'm real name Max. Then I really got facts. Yeah, don't just no cap. Ain't real black boy Max. Boy Max. Boy Max. Boy Max. I'm a real black boy Max. In the crib, tell you I'm facts. Snap after that. Nigga now say I'm whack. Don't you wait to leave into the chat. Chat. Don't wait to leave into the chat. Chat. When I got the lead, I'm burning for the weed. Goddamn, took my diesel down. Took my diesel. Goddamn, took my diesel down. Took my diesel. Damn, diesel. Damn. I'm not these rappers, I got real bands. In the crib, bustin' my little dance. I don't chill, I do it for the real fans. Play this song and turn with my little man. Like I'm real name Max. Then I really got facts. Yeah, don't just no cap. Ain't real black boy Max. Boy Max. Boy Max. Boy Max. I'm a real black boy Max. In the crib, tell you I'm facts. Snap after that. Nigga now say I'm whack. Don't you wait to leave into the chat. Chat. Don't wait to leave into the chat. Chat. When I got this. fuck you, and that's the way I like it. And that's the way I like it. That's the way I like it.
Check. For that bitch, no yoga mat. Check. Like, check. 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 They check. They check. And some of everything we be for love.
I'm I say, I blow fingers. Nigga, give me no cheek. I'm being rolled up. I'm running the rip. This is my young truck. Yeah, I'm shifting. Yeah, I be stuck. Yeah, I'm slipping. I stay blessed. Yeah, Christian. Young and I already beat it. I told a good word for she get the we should get the moving. I mean, young and I already beat it. I told a good word for she get the we should get the moving. I mean,
Well, a man now, patience ain't no settlement. I'm going with a minute settlement. Come check in, we gon' get you settled in.
Get matched today with a tax expert who's just right for your situation. They'll do your taxes from start to finish, and you can work with the same expert.
it's pretty obvious, man. I mean, my YouTube comments, Twitter, X, whatever y'all call it, I mean, bro, y'all been going crazy, and understandably so. People play a little bit of, the advocate on the other side this time. I've been talking about how good this mode could be. It's time to talk about how bad it could be. And honestly, I wasn't gonna make this video, but I see so many of y'all like putting out your uncertainties and things like that that it kind of gave me no choice. With that being said, wait till the game come out, like, comment, and subscribe. You guys are enjoying the content. A lot of you guys have not been subscribing lately. You guys watch the content. Make sure to go ahead and do that for me. We are on our way to 15,000 subscribers. I appreciate y'all. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. But the first big thing, at least for me, is the fact that there's going to be up to 50 players in one server. Now, I know that makes a lot of people nervous. It makes me nervous as well based on the previous fact that the servers have not been good for a lot of years at this point. But hear me out here, y'all. I know it's 2K, and I know a lot of y'all, that can be good or bad. But at the end of the day, I just don't think that they would do online MyGM and go online for something like this with 50 players at one time and the servers just being trash. I just don't see that happening. I really think that the servers have been massively overhauled, and I think that there's a reason why they're doing this, because they can do it. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of people's worries, they're 100% justifiable, but I think that we really need to see it from maybe another perspective, man. I just don't think that they would put a major part of their focus on one mode like this and not fix the servers. I think that we actually have very good servers in store for us this year, and I think that's something to be excited about. It's only about time. We've been dealing with so many bad servers throughout the year, and we're finally going to get something that may be reliable. So personally, that's one of the one big things that I wanted to address in this video, and that was the servers. I see a lot of people saying, hey, how are they going to do this and the servers never work? I get that. Trust me, y'all not lying, and it's justifiable, but I think that there's a reason why they're doing it. Now, my next point, microtransactions. I know y'all love them. I love them too. But all jokes aside, microtransactions, man, in the island, that's going to be interesting. At the end of the day, they are all cosmetics. If you want to upgrade your character and spend money, that is on you. Because you can upgrade your character by playing the game. It may be at a slower pace, but it is still free.
the mode is free to play. But I see where you guys are coming from, because now we're talking about creation suite parts being locked in, but I just don't think, at least this year, that it's going to affect it in a major way, because a lot of the stuff that they're going to add is going to be coming from the WWE shop and things like that. It's basically going to be things that we create in the creation suite, and it's going to already be done in the island, because it looks like they have a partnership with Nike, Puma, Jordan. There's just going to be a lot of stuff going on with that, so it's already going to be done, ready for you to buy. Now, that does not affect the way that the creation suite works, because they've already made that clear. If you do buy one of those pieces in the island, you'll be able to go on ahead and have it across everywhere in the game, which it don't matter what you guys say, this would have been bad no matter what. If they locked everything behind the island and didn't allow you to play with it outside of that, it would have been a problem as well. So I think that they're kind of saying, hey, we're going to take your money, but we're also going to meet you in the middle as well. Microtransactions, it does worry me, all jokes aside. I really think that this could be a mode where they can't do some things here and there to get some money, and I think that every chance they get, every opportunity they get, they're probably going to go for the money. And honestly, I can't hate them for it. That's a business formula now. Fortnite, Black Ops, I mean, there's so many games following this same formula that I get why people are upset at it, but from a business standpoint, I can really just sit here and be like, I kind of told you so. It's only about time that they try to further monetize off of the game. At the end of the day, these games take a very high budget to make, so they got to kind of recoup that money back with microtransactions and things like that. But yes, microtransactions do worry me based on the NBA 2K side and what I've seen over there and the way that things cost. I've already seen a jacket that costs $36,000.
What's that?
That's the threesome that we ordered.
The threesome we ordered? Oh, flowers. I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. The rest of your order. Oh.
Should we take this upstairs?
In VC in the island. That does worry me quite a bit. And honestly, 35,000 VC is $10, so that means that y'all making me spend a little bit more to get to the 36,000 VC. So I see, you know, the monetization and things like that and how they're doing it. It's a slick way, and I see why people are upset at it. But again, the beauty of it is you don't have to purchase it. And I think that a lot of people just need to play the mode for what it is and not purchase anything that you don't want to purchase. You're not forced to. It's only going to be for your character in that one mode, and it all goes away after a year. You lose all the progress, you lose all the money that you put into it, it's done. Finito. So it's one of those things that you have to take with a grain of salt. Now, one thing that a lot of people are not happy about is community creations, right? So if you get these island parts and you can put them on your created wrestler, you can do different things like that. People mentioned being upset about that because if you go on community creations, it could be locked out. Now, I have an easy solution for everybody. I don't think that any part that you get from the island will be able to be posted on community creation. Now, that is a way to keep people not feeling like outsiders, especially those that may be on last gen. And I honestly think that that's the right way to do things because there could be ways to break things. You don't want people doing a really good created wrestler that looks like Kenny Omega or someone like that and has a part from the island, and those people that don't have that part can't download it. So I think personally that WWE2K will go the route of not allowing people to upload models if they have an island part in it, and the island part will just be exclusive to you, your profile, and your game. And that should be the only way that they're going ahead and do it. I get why people are worried. I get why people are saying, what if they start locking this behind the creation suite? What if they do that? I get your point, guys. Trust me. I'm more excited of a gamer standpoint because I've played NBA 2K for so many years. So to see something like this introduced, I'm not even paying attention to the microtransactions. I know that they're going to be bad, but I'm also aware of I don't got to spend money on that. And I want you guys to realize that. Just letting you know, It's all cosmetics. It's not going to affect the way you play. It's not going to affect anything like that. The only thing that could affect the way you play is the upgrades. And that's really what it is. Now, if you want to upgrade your character and spend money, cool. If you don't, cool. Just know that when you spend money in modes like these, you get to the point of destination faster than somebody who wants to sit there and grind for it. There's many ways to look at it, y'all. And I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. Microtransactions will probably be bad at some point in this mode. Me personally, I am excited to see what 2K has, in store for us, as I think that this is out the box. This is a different mode. This is something that we've never seen in a wrestling game, and I'm truly excited for it. Now, if you're not excited for it, that's cool. You're still going to have Universe. You're still going to have My GM. You're still going to have Exhibition, Showcase. You're going to have everything. My Rise. I mean, the island is a separate mode on its own that was just added this year, and it doesn't seem that it has replaced anything else. So that's something else to keep in mind. Thank you so much for hearing me out, man. Let me know down below how you feel about this mode. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys did enjoy this video, I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.
I've really been liking minimal gaming setups, so this 32-inch curved QD OLED 4K resolution monitor by MSI is the perfect solution. Big screen, but without taking up too much space. And for the minimal look, it's got a 98-watt power delivery through USB-C, which means fewer cables and a cleaner desk, always a win. The curve makes everything feel more immersive, and the QD OLED panel, yeah, it's crazy vibrant. Deep blacks, sharp details, it's just crisp. MSI also added some cool features like an OLED Care 2.0 to help prevent burn-in, plus a built-in KVM switch so I can control multiple devices with one setup. And between the refresh rate and response time, everything feels buttery smooth, whether I'm gaming or just scrolling.
Contenders. And all right, we've reached the NBA All-Star break. Let's take a look at some contenders and see if our staff is either buying or selling, if these guys are true threats in their respective conferences. We're starting with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Big Perk, buying or selling Anthony Edwards in Minnesota?
Buying. Oh, I'm selling. And look, I love Anthony Edwards. He's one of my favorite players in the NBA. But I'm looking at the supporting cast, and they're not. I don't believe that they're a legit threat. Getting rid of Karl Anthony Towns, I thought that Julius Randle will come in and be a fit that could kind of, keep them in the thick of things. And right now they're on the outside looking in. And I get it. Anthony Edwards is special. But when you look at all the top dogs across the leagues, the two top dogs in the Western Conference, in the Denver Nuggets and Oklahoma City Thunder, the Minnesota Timberwolves just can't match up with them from a personnel standpoint.
Wendy, buying or selling Minnesota?
Yeah, I'm selling. Last year they were the #1 defensive team in the league, and they're still a very good defensive team, but they're not at the top. So they've gotten a little bit worse defensively. And then offensively, they really thought Dante DiVincenzo would make a huge impact as part of that trade for Karl Towns. He has just not had a great shooting season. And Mike Conley, well, he's 37 years old. You can't be surprised he's driving a drop-off. But last year, he was so important to the way they played offensively. He's just not had a very good season, and their offense has not been able to make up for their defensive, regression.
Steven,
I'm buying.
I'm buying. And the reason I'm not saying that they're going to win, but do I think they have a chance? Yes, I do. I don't like, obviously, how they've looked at certain parts of this season. I certainly think the Knicks won a trade with Karl-Anthony Towns. But Anthony Edwards is a superstar in the making, and this brother is a game changer. And when he gets going, he galvanizes them in ways most teams can't be galvanized. We're talking about LeBron, we're talking about Steph Curry, we're talking about elite dudes that can elevate their team to another level. He's one of those dudes that has that potential is creeping up on us as we speak. And so I look at it from that standpoint, their size defensively, they figure things out. Watching them last night, particularly against Oklahoma City, where they led from start to finish. I'm just surprised at the injuries that have been taking place in the Western Conference, the teams that have been disappointing with them. If they elevate their defense and Anthony Edwards gets going, that's the key. Anthony Edwards, if this brother just gets on a tear, yeah, they can knock off somebody. I'll buy.
Number 6 in the NBA in defensive efficiency. They've got the 5th easiest schedule the rest of the way. There's time for them to continue to grow with the new look unit after last offseason straight of Karl-Anthony Towns. Big Part, back to you. Are we buying or selling on the Memphis Grizzlies?
And look, Jaren Jackson Jr. has been balling. He's an all-star this year. Ja Morant hasn't looked like himself. I know he's taking a step back because he's let others start to flourish a little bit more. But I love the direction that they're going in for the near future, right? The young guys that they have, Zach Edey, G.G. Jackson, those guys have been balling, but I just don't see them being playoff ready to make a legit title push. I think they're about 2 years away to be called legit title contenders. I'm actually selling my stock in the Memphis Grizzlies this year, but I'll be back on the train next year. I think the young fellas have a little bit growth into their thing.
I'm going to follow you, Flora.
If you're having a level coverage, this can really blow your budget.
No, I like the chances of the Grizzlies. I'll buy their chance to make a deep playoff run. They have a couple of things I really like. Number one, they're elite offensively and defensively. They can win games by excelling at both ends of the court. That's what a contender team has. Secondly, they have an identity. You know how they're going to play every single night. They play extremely fast offensively. They play a lot of different players. Their minute loads stay down. And I agree with Park that Ja hasn't had the best year. Neither has Desmond Bane. Jaren Jackson really has been their star, but I think Ja and Bane's ceiling can elevate in the postseason. I like the way the Grizzlies are playing. It's a little bit audacious in the way they play with so many different players and so much speed that typically doesn't work in the playoffs, but I'm going to give them a fighting chance.
Stephen A. Breaking tie.
I agree with Wendy. I'm buying. Listen, Ja Morant is having a relatively down year. Doesn't seem to be himself. He's still averaging 20 a game. Let's not forget that. Jaren Jackson, we've already spoken about. Really respectfully, I would say to you that, you know what, we're sleeping a little bit on Desmond Bane. I mean, he's averaging 18 a game, whatever. The brother shoots 49% from the field. Nearly 40% from deep-point range. These are efficient numbers. And so I look at them, and then we can point out that both offensively and defensively, they should play most nights. And Coach Jenkins is a hell of a coach. I just look at them, they're not a team to sleep on. Could they make a deep playoff?
Hold on. I know you got some dollars in the bank account, and I know they might be paying what you look for. But damn it, you don't need to be buying every damn thing, okay?
Wait till the next one, man.
As you transition back to basketball, to Wendy, your point, Stephen A's point on the Grizzlies, there are only 3 teams in the NBA that rank top 7 in both offensive and defensive efficiency. Oklahoma City, Boston, and Memphis. Keep that in mind moving forward. We got time to take one more.
Listen to this crowd. What a feeling. And these superstars are feeling it too. Ooh, a vicious shot right to the dome. Any one of these attacks could cause irreparable damage, but I don't think you can come back from this many. Jones! Ringside area, and as we can see, tensions really running high now.
Yeah, we should probably clear the way, guys. Some mental chess here from Maurice.
Such a great example of confidence she's showing here. Bianca Belair. Jade Cargill lifts her opponent up.
The title might change hands. A kick out. Oh, my God.
Kicking out now sends a very clear message.
What just...
Hi, I'm Carl Towns. I was done this year. Jalen Brunson, he's in my top 5 for MVP. But they have not proven that they can do it at the highest level against the best teams because they don't defend at a high enough level. They've got 3 games left with the Cavs. If they go through next weekend and prove to me, even if they don't win both games, but even if they prove to me next weekend that they're legit, they should show against those 2 teams. Let's see what the virus cell measure meter is next weekend.
I can buy it. I buy it in New York. You know I'm buying right there. Listen, the bottom line is, I don't believe anybody but the Boston Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers are standing in the Knicks way in the Eastern Conference. So, of course, I will buy just on that reality alone. My trepidation kicks in when I see Mikal Bridges averaging more minutes than anybody in the league, when I see Josh Hart third in terms of minutes than anybody else in the league, and I'm waiting for that production from the bench. The New York Knicks are dead last in terms of production in the NBA. I know Brett pointed out how Tom Brady is going to adjust and change his ways and stuff like that, and he's starting to use guys more. We shall see. That's my reservation, but I'm certainly not going to jump off the wagon and act like, the Knicks can't need to be sold here. No, they are contender, and I'm going to treat them as such.
Here's how you can use Robin to get more from your money. Robin Hood Gold offers unmatched and eligible contributions into the account. Gold is one of the biggest APYs available. You get started in seconds by downloading the Robin Hood. Sign up is fast, easy, and secure. You even get access to real-time insights with NASDAQ Level 2 data and analyst reports from Morningstar. Sign up for Robin Hood Gold now for just $5 a month to get the first 30 days free.
Here's what happened when I started that. I have extra income coming in. I didn't pay taste. So I don't have to stress about money. I have more time for things that I love. Because with passion, I earn around my schedule. And you started saving for fun. It's a big bill, but I'm getting it. Whether you want to grow your savings or you just need help paying some bills, Passion is the best way to earn some extra money in your times. Sign up today, now.
It's crazy right now. I've lost my place in the entry order, but there's still tons of fight left.
Clearly hoping something nefarious.
Association, the Warriors got back into the win column last night, and it took down the Houston Rockets 105-98. Steph Curry led the way with 27 points, 2 buckets, took in 19 to hold off a late surge from Houston. Golden State is now 3-1 since acquiring Butler at the deadline. Draymond Green recognizes the difference Butler has made for the team. Take a listen.
This is her time to shine.
He's done it.
Looking to go the distance.
Everybody belief amongst his team. That he was alive as opposed to where he was before he got here. It's night and day.
Take it in America. Say hello to Kendrick Perkins and Brian Windhorse, who are here with us. Wendy, we're going to begin review. Which team can change the narrative the most after the All-Star break? Well, Draymond Green took it down going on vacation. I'm jealous of him. And I think he's headed down your way, Stephen A. So the Warriors have already felt the impact of getting Jimmy Butler. They're going to that last night was the 6th out of the 7-game road trip to finish the All-Star game. When they get back and start playing at home again, I think the Warriors can rise up the standings. Now, I am not in the camp that says this is a championship contender. But remember, when they made this trade for Jimmy Butler, they were in the last place in the West. They haven't moved up that far since, but the standings are tightly packed, and I think what they are looking at is to see if they can get that 6th seed, if they can avoid the play-in and get into the playoffs properly. They're 4 games back at the Clippers to do that. I think Jimmy Butler can be the type of guy that can take them. Because that's so many close losses there. I think they've had 17 games this year that they've been in clutch times they haven't been able to win. I think Jimmy Butler's a game changer in that regard. I think they have the 7th or 8th easiest schedule coming in, so not super easy, but not super hard. And there's a couple of teams in front of them in this club, like Dallas, who's facing serious problems. So I watch for the Warriors to move up in the second.
So do I do. I still don't believe that there's nothing against Jimmy at all. I definitely think Jimmy is an upgrade. I definitely think he helps make them better. It's just that I don't think the parts around him can do but so much in playoff time, particularly against any opposition inside. Having said all of that, what Jimmy Butler has reminded us of when he Big Bird, I love how he can get to the line. I love how he brings a different dimension to the Golden State Warriors. You got Steph Curry working through Dixon, looking for an open spot so he can launch long range. You got Jimmy Butler. He's got like 34 free throws in his first 3 games as a Golden State Warriors. He's going to get to the free throw line. And that helps Golden State in a variety of ways. Biggest thing is that you got somebody that knows how, not just as aggressive, but knows how to be aggressive efficiently and effectively if you're the Golden State Warriors into the buckets. Number 2, because he goes to the free throw line, that's getting breaks, and that's providing breaks for somebody like Steph Curry who's running around all the time. No, he's about to turn 37 years of age in March. And so I think first time things definitely help him, and it helps the Golden State Warriors, and plus it helps Draymond Green because he doesn't have to be the lone tough guy on his squad. He's got another brother like Jimmy Butler that's going to be right there, and we can have it with him. With that being said, I'm still going to throw my Knicks into the mix. Here we go. Change from that. I'm going to change. I'm going to bring the Knicks up in there. I think Mitchell Robinson, once he comes back, I think Cat gets to the 4. Cat's getting to the 4. Obviously, he's going to release him even more. He's already been an all-star. He's been terrific. Jalen Brunson, big body Brunson, as Big Buck loves to call him, has been balling. He's a top 5 elite MVP candidate. If Mitchell Robinson can give you anything defensively, and OG Anunoby comes back from his foot injury, and this brother is healthy, I don't think we're going to be complaining nearly as much about the Knicks defense.
Indy was scouted there. Cargill from behind with a double chicken wing, hoists their opponent up into the sky. We could be here all night.
Also executes Jaden. We can have a new champion.
Title match stays alive.
Really had less than a second to stay alive there. Jane giving a venomous look to her competition.
This time, I think it's the battery. I think the battery line.
Well, this is a moment to grab our stuff and go.
Keep it in the ring, please. Saxton's a very fragile boy. Made her pay for her mistake. Unbelievable athleticism. He got the shoulders down.
As we have the complete, and if that happens, James is very interesting in what I consider to be a 3-headed race in the Eastern Conference between Boston, Cleveland, and New York.
I gotta tell you, I thought she was done there.
Who's complaining about the New York? I'm not.
And it's because you said who complaining. You didn't say you were complaining. You said who's complaining. I'm saying there's a lot of people that's been complaining about their defense. That is true, Ken. Can you go wrong? Your defense is not big up.
I'm just saying, I didn't know the NBA Finals was won in February. I thought the NBA Finals was in June. So, listen, here's the thing, right? The Knicks, we cannot evaluate the Knicks because they haven't been home to grade the Knicks up until this point. Right? Who do you give them? They're sitting in the 3rd spot, 36 and 18. If you had to give them a letter grade, what grade would you give them?
Before I answer that question, let me say this. I'm offended at any question that Big Perk asks Stephen A. about the Knicks because you act like you some savior, some Arizona protection for the New York Knicks. When your ass is at Beaumont, Texas or someplace else, acting like you grew up a New York Knicks fan. It's very offensive to me that you do that. But having said that, I'm going to ask you a question, Big Perk. I'm going to tell you I would give them a grade of B. Their offense is exceptional, and I've been I can't say enough about Jack and Brunson. But their defense has been horrible. And if Tom Hibbert to be the head coach of a defense that has not been good, that scares me. That scares me.
Well, listen. I think you have to give it time, right? They just got Paul Anthony Towns, and he spit in just fine offense, right? Mikal Bridges, he's starting to find his stride within this offense. You need a big to anchor that defense. Paul Anthony Towns is not that guy, and that's okay. We saw Paul Anthony Towns play his best basketball, some of his best basketball defensively, when he had an anchor, a guy that could block shots and alter shots at the rim, and a guy like Rudy Gobert. That's why Mitchell Robinson is going to help this team tremendously, being that athletic big. And I appreciate the New York Knicks for not rushing him back. Let him take his time, because they're in a great spot. They're only 2.5 games out from the second spot. The Knicks are a legit threat. And I told Wendy this earlier this morning on Get It. The X Factor, that could be the huge X Factor if they happen to face the Boston Celtics or the Cleveland Cavaliers, is OG Anunoby. I believe that he's a 2025 version of